All right, Shalawam, Yasharala. This the brothers from Great Millstone, Louisiana Saints, New Orleans camp. We're coming back at you with another live lesson. But before we get started, as always, we're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah,
YAHAWAH,
bahasham,
bahasham,
Yahawashai, bahasham,
bahasham,
rahawadash.
bahasham.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalawam to the hopeful elect. So, as you can see from the title, this lesson is going to be where do you want to be the man? Okay, you have a choice between being somebody in this world and being somebody in the world to come. And a lot of our people that lack faith, they want to be somebody right now. They want to be, the top guy, the top teacher in Israel, or they want to be a nigga in the world. They want to be the man, which is natural. That's the spirit of an Israelite. We're the sons of the Most High. It's normal for us to want to shine, to want to, be appreciated for who we are, and just be the man. Have all the power and the women. But you have to understand, especially when you come into this truth, now is not the time for you to be that guy. Now is not the time for you to glorify yourself. We're in the business of glorifying the Heavenly Father and His Son. That's it. We're not here to boast of ourselves, to be the top dude. So we're just gonna hit a few precepts and Abaratazah is edifying. So we're gonna start with Matthew 19. You got it up.
Come. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 27. It says, Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore?
Gone. So this is Peter, the head of the church. He's asking Yahawashi, look, we going through all of this. When Yahawashi came back, when you read Acts, the first chapter, the first thing Peter asked him was, is now the time? Is now the time to, restore the kingdom to Israel, which is a good thing to feel, to want to be in the spirit of rulership, to want to, you want to hasten the coming of the Lord. But at the end of the day, you have to let prophecy transpire. Right now, we're not in the time of rulership. We're not in the time of being the man. So you have to ask yourself, do you want to be the man now or in the kingdom? And this is how Yahawashi answered him.
It says, Salaki. It says, and Yahawashi said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which shall follow me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall also sit upon the 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Now that's a hard saying. He told them, those of you that follow me in the regeneration, meaning, look, you're going to die in the Roman Empire. You're going to have to come back in the last days, prophesy again, and then receive your reward when I come back. Now, to somebody that doesn't have faith, that's crazy. But when you go into the scriptures, our people they understood that there was a greater, when you look at the Maccabees, right, the 7 brothers in Maccabees, they were able to die manfully because they knew, okay, look, I'm going to come back and have the kingdom of heaven. Right now is not the time. It's not the time to be the man right now. So he's saying, look, those of you that follow me in the regeneration, okay, when the Lord comes back, you're going to receive what? Keep going.
It says, ye shall sit upon the 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. And everyone that had forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or fathers, or mothers, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life.
Right, 100-fold. Let that sink in. So if you forego being a man on this side, whatever it is that was pulling you and tugging you back in the world, you're going to receive 100-fold. Jake wants, Jake will fall out of the truth for one woman, not knowing that you're going to receive, innumerable wives and concubines. Jake will fall out of the truth for a house, not knowing we're going to have palaces. We're going to have many mansions, man. That's a prophecy that you got to believe in. And it's all about where you want to be the man. Now, being the man in the kingdom involves you putting off certain things in Babylon the Great. Being the man in Babylon the Great involves you putting off the kingdom. You can't serve 2 masters. You got to choose one or the other. And the majority of our people, they don't have faith in the kingdom, so they just want it right now. They have that lasciviousness. They have that lust for life. They love the world. They love their lives. And so it causes them to make spiritual, just horrible decisions, man, through the spirit. Just you have to sacrifice on this side to receive more, 100-fold in the kingdom. You going?
It says, but many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first.
Right. The last shall be first, and the first shall be last. So where do you want to be the man? You want to be the man here, where you get to be last in the kingdom, or you want to be last here, so you get to be first in the kingdom? All right. It tells you in Matthew the 5th chapter that those that break the least of the commandments and teach other men to do also, they're going to be the least in the kingdom. Those that keep the commandments and teach others are going to be great in the kingdom. So it's a choice you have to make. Where do you want to be the man? You got it out.
Yeah, Jake have to decide, man. All right, because Jake want a garment that can be filthy again. All right, but in the kingdom, there's going to be glorious garments and crowns hand to men. Because here, there's no actual crown you can put on your head to where it actually represents your rulership on a real throne, judging in righteousness. Any crown you put on your head today, all right, is gonna manifest itself to what? Forked tongues, people talking against it, hatred, malice, all right, lies and slander, saying you got it deceitfully. It only thing comes with it, man, is just ill energy towards it, man. All right, in the kingdom of heaven, we're not gonna have to bear disrespect, a double tongue. All right, somebody asking us why we are sitting on the throne. Everything is going to be renowned. It's going to be known. All right. You're going to be glorified. You see? So there's a putting on in the kingdom that's not a putting off. Here, anything that you put on is going to be put off because there's a loss that coming with a gain, man. All right. I mean, there's a gain on this side that coming to a loss. Then there's a reward whose recompense is double, which in the kingdom of heaven, there's a recompense that's going to double down. And when you go into that 100-fold, it says 100 times as much. And really, when you go into numbers with the Lord, if the Lord give you 100 times as much women, that don't mean you have 100 women. All right, you have 100-fold. So we don't know what the fold is to the Lord. All right. So really, it begins. You start to get things that's countless. Everything on this side you're gonna be able to count. Whether it's $1 million, $1 trillion, $1 billion, the women. Everything gonna be countless, all right? But in the kingdom of heaven, nothing is gonna be numbered. Real quick, YAHAWAH, can you grab it when it says the days of Israel shall be
innumerable.
Innumerable. All right. So knowing that read it, and then I'm gonna bring out what I got.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 37, and I'm gonna start at 24. A wise man shall be filled with blessing, and all that see him shall count him happy. The days of the life of man may be numbered, but the days of Israel are innumerable.
Right. And then again, when we get back into the kingdom, then we're going to be Yasha. All right. Again, he, prince of the power. All right. We're going to be the sons of God again, reunited with our power, man. All right. That's why it says Israel days going to be what? Go ahead.
But the days of Israel are innumerable.
But the days of Israel are innumerable. So if you have innumerable days, that means you're going to have innumerable women. All right. You're going to have everything that's innumerable. Everything is going to add to the innumerable. It ain't like the Lord going to give you innumerable amount of days to live and then limit you on what you can have during those days. Don't really make sense, man. All right. This is Baruch. You got come.
Yeah, the next verse, real quick, it says, "A wise man shall inherit glory among his people, and his name shall be perpetual." And here, if you're the man in Babylon the Great, your name isn't perpetual. Look at Bill Cosby. Look at Esau take a Jake and put him on a so-called high level just to bring him down and humiliate him, man. We're not going to have to worry about that in the kingdom. You're not going to be the man one week and then IRS come, oh, you didn't pay your taxes, you owe $100 million in back taxes. That's not going to happen in the kingdom.
Yeah.
It'll be perpetual, just righteousness and authority and power, perpetually.
Yeah, ongoing.
Yeah.
Because here you can be a billionaire, and Edom will still call Floyd Mayweather boy. Come out, boy.
Yeah.
Like, what you mean? Hold on, I got the same amount of money as you, and you still black. You got black skin, dude. Right?
Yeah.
Right. So somebody just called Carmelo Anthony on the court. Boy, this boy that he got him thrown out the arena, but he not gonna get his season tickets took. All right, he called you a boy. Oh yeah, it's a derogatory slang. No, see, in the kingdom of heaven, you're not gonna be able to talk to the men in power. You're not gonna have access to disrespect them. It's gonna be no levels of that. All right. So again, that's what you got to long after. This Baruch 5:1. It says, put off, O Jerusalem, the garments of thy mourning and affliction, and put on the comeliness of the glory that cometh from our power forever. Cast about thee a double garment, you could break it down, of righteousness, which cometh from the Most High, and set a diadem on thine head of the glory of the everlasting.
Okay. And a diadem is a crown. And a double garment means what? You could put it on, take it off. You still got another garment under it. It means perpetual. Like the scriptures are telling you, we're going to be so righteous in the kingdom. You could just take off our righteousness. We got righteousness under that, man. Just layers. Like Jake on this side, we got layers of drip. You know, you got this chain, that chain, chains on top of chains. In the kingdom, listen, man, not only are we going to have physical riches, but we're going to have the spiritual aspect that comes with that. We're going to have 100% knowledge and wisdom to rule in righteousness. And that's something that no one can take from us. You know, here, we're subject to demons, man. We're subject to the flesh. You could come into the truth, believe 100%, and a demon could hop on you and just take you out the truth. The Lord could take you out of the truth, man, at any given moment. In the kingdom of heaven, your name is going to be perpetual. Your name is written in heaven. It's not going. Satan's not going to come on you to have you jump on. Oh, you looking at a brother crazy? You got demons on you. The demons are going to be subject to us in the kingdom. Akim, in the kingdom, we're not going to have. There's no point where we're ever going to go off ever again. That's what that double garment goes into. Just total perfection on top of perfection. But nothing can be taken from us. That's where you would want to be the man. Because here it's all like you had mentioned earlier, Jake, fighting for crowns. Apostle Paul spoke of what? The corruptible crown, a crown that could just have dirt on it, have blemishes. You got Jake coming into the truth, blaspheming against the scriptures, the men that taught them. You just bugged out, man. You're worse off than if you never came into the truth. You got a worse name in Israel than if you never found out you was an Israelite. You're lower than low. That's not gonna happen in the kingdom, man. Even the scoffers are gonna be good. They're gonna be lower than us, Abaratazah, but they're still gonna be right, man, because they're gonna be Israelites. You got it up.
It says, for our power will show, see, our power, Yahweh will show thy brightness unto every country under heaven. Because over here, you can't, Floyd, even though Floyd live around the white people, he can't flex on them because they live around you. Like, what you gonna do? You gonna show them up? All right. So they look at you as a normal person, man. All right. Jake want that normal, that is a brightness on this side. That's is a glare in it. All right. It's got a glare that's on ricocheting off it. All right. It's like a dark brightness. Yeah. Yep. You know, in a sense. Yeah. Yeah. You know, no, man. We're gonna have that glow. All right. That when you look upon it, all right, it's gonna enhance you. Not the heathen, of course, but it's gonna be a glow. It's gonna be like a contagious glow. All right, that give off the energy which you were tracking. All right, and then you got to think about it. We're gonna be walking on streets of gold. That means we're gonna see our reflections. You see what I'm saying? Like, come on, it's gonna be next level. All right. Jake want a transparent garment over here, man. With phylacteries on it. Jake want the fringes. Jake could get a gold fringed on over here. I mean, Jake could get a gold garment, man. We're done.
Jake trying to flex with a t-shirt with fringes on it. Like 50% polyester, 50% cotton, million fringes on it. Like,
yeah. What are you doing? It's levels. Again, it says, for God will show thy brightness unto every country under heaven. So the Lord, think of the Lord stamping you in the kingdom of heaven. You know how you like who validated, who sent? No, YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI validated me. Like, who then can nullify that or turn his nose? Like, because in the kingdom of heaven, order is going to be reestablished on earth. So it's going to be like the times when Solomon it was a prelude, but it's going to be greater than that, right? Because he had to give that up. It had the temple had to come down. So that was a prelude. It's going to be greater than the kingdom. It's going to be thousands times greater. All right. That was just a prelude. That ain't the play on that. But let's understand, he guarded in his carnal flesh. It wasn't the kingdom yet. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's gonna be 144,000 Solomons, man. which
Con.
the head Solomon, which we know is YAHAWASHI, we're all going to be in the fullness of him. It tells you in Ephesians that right now we're being made to the full measure of YAHAWASHI. So that means we're all going to be like many versions of him. So
Con.
all of us are just going to have righteous kingdoms. And that's where you would want to be the man.
Yeah. Why would you not want to be the man where you can't? You could be a billionaire and be told no over here. If Floyd Mayweather want to go and buy Maine, all right, or Idaho, he's going to get told no.
Yeah.
All right. Even if he could purchase it, like money don't want your money. Like we got gold. Like you still got fiat currency. Like
yeah.
Like so when they come to the table and be like, we want gold for the land. It's like you're gonna be like, I don't have that, but I got the money.
Jake walking around with hundreds of millions of dollars dealing with women that's been with other men. We're not gonna deal with that in the kingdom.
Right. Niggas and then niggas dealt with, you go. Come on, you gotta use women, but you're a billionaire. Quit playing.
That's madness.
Stop playing. None of them was virgins. When you start
fluoridated water.
He drank fluoride water. He was doing a press conference. He had a decided bottle right there. Like, what are we doing? Stop it, man. It says, for thy name shall be called of God this foe. This heavy. For thy name shall be called of God forever. The peace of righteousness and the glory of our powers worship.
That's heavy, man.
Come on, man.
You're gonna have the glory of the Lord forever. Like, what compared to here? You a so-called millionaire eating defiled food, dealing with defiled women, drinking Dasani water.
And then if you're a billionaire or millionaire, whatever you ask, you can only get seen on TV. You can't go around you can't, certain corners you can't turn. You don't have the luxury of going anywhere you want. In our kingdom, no matter who we are, we gonna be able to go anywhere we want. Everybody gonna know we're godly rich. Fuck filthy rich. That's an understatement. When you godly rich, that's on another level. All right.
Yeah.
It says, now I'm gonna let you get it, brother Salag. I'm moving the spirit. It says, arise, O Jerusalem, and stand on high and look about towards the east. And behold, thy children gather from the west unto the east by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing in the remembrance of our power. All right.
That's another thing. We're going to be rejoicing as a whole, as a nation. Here, if you the man in Babylon the Great, it's just you. You can't really rejoice with your nation because your whole family looking at you. They trying to borrow money from you, steal, scam, plot. If you the man in Babylon, you part of the 0.01% of Jakes that so-called make it. You can't rejoice with your people here. They all looking at you like a meal, really.
Yeah. Then y'all don't really deal with each other. The ones that made it, because they hesitant about you having condescending thoughts or whatever, looking down. He think he better than us. He over there. We over here. And again, I guarantee you, Floyd Mayweather got a near and dear relative that's poor. No, that he an uncle or something. Jake never take everybody with him. I guarantee you, he got a cousin or something in Detroit, wherever he's from or whatever, that's back there talking about him like shit. All right, we know it.
Yeah,
we know it, bro. But yeah, that was it in that.
Yeah, but like you just said, Jake at that level that so-called made it, they really don't mess with each other. They end up beefing. Here it is, you a multi-millionaire beefing with another multi-millionaire of your nation. They're not beefing with Esau. It's
50 AM. So like
T.I. and all these niggas, they so-called made it. You got it.
No, you got it.
They so-called made it, but all they could do with their spare time is go at another Israelite that so-called made it. In the kingdom, we're not gonna be beefing.
No, indeed. What is that? What is that?
Every man's gonna have his order, so it's not gonna be this, this idea. This nigga think he better than me. This nigga, you'd have made $20 million. You got another Jake that's made 18. He looking at you sideways. You looking like that's madness, man. If you get you had another one, or you?
Con. I'll get it for you.
Revelation 2:25. This the real. This is where we want to be the man. This is the power that we look forward to. Because Jake right here, Jake really, they want to stun on each other. They don't want to stun on the heathen at all. They just want to have a little bit more than the next Jake and look down on their brother, man. But in the kingdom, this is the power we're gonna have. You got it.
This Revelation chapter 2, verse 25. But that which ye have already hold fast till I come. And he that overcometh and keepeth my words unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations.
All right, power over the nations, not power over your brother, not power over, a nigga that look just like you. Power over the nations. And when you go into that word power, it's exousia, which is Strong's G 1849. It says power of choice, liberty of doing as one pleases. And as the brother mentioned, if you're a so-called billionaire in Babylon the Great, you don't have the liberty to do as you please. You have the liberty to buy a bigger mansion, more Ferraris, maybe a McLaren or two, and get some ran-through strippers. And that's about it, man. You can't buy righteousness in Babylon. You can't even buy clean water. You would have to you'd have to go to some island somewhere, get a stream. Like you can't even get clean water here. But in the kingdom, it says power of choice, liberty of doing as one pleases, physical and mental power, the ability or strength which one is endowed, which he either possesses or exercises. That's another thing. We're going to exercise power in the kingdom. Right here, we can read the commandments. We could read the judgments for breaking the commandments, but you can't execute judgment. Floyd Mayweather can't say, well, look, this guy's a sodomite. We got to put him to death. We got to stone him. They'll lock his ass up, man. You can't be righteous here. You can't execute righteous judgment. In the kingdom, we're going to have that power. So you would want to be the man where you have the power to exercise your authority. Jake has no authority here, man. You even have heathens that are millionaires that are being put on child support, fighting for their kids, but they're multi-millionaires, man. How is it you made it, but you fighting with a woman for your own seed?
For real.
Like, why would you want to be the man here? That just makes you a bigger target to the IRS, a bigger target to these women, a bigger target to these jackers, robbers. Like, that's not going to be in the kingdom. The richest men in the kingdom are not going to be looking over their shoulder like, that's not going to be a thing.
Yeah. See over here, all right, when you wealthy and have a lot, you have tabloids and, different people, cameras, and, people just waiting around to sue you, cameras all in your face all day, ignoring you. They don't even want that. Like, over here, man. And think about it. Dre just had to give his wife $100 million or something like that.
Something crazy.
It's like three figures. All right, just know that. And she came in there with nothing. I'm sure she came in there with nothing. All right, but left out set, and guess what she gonna do? Go get another man, and then put it on Instagram so you can see it.
It might be future. Might be future, knowing that nigga, man.
Might be future for real. That nigga there, boy. I'm surprised nobody. That's neither here nor there, bro. Goddamn, bro. But yeah, you got it.
Let me keep going on this. It says
come. I got more.
Come. It says the power of authority, influence, and right of privilege, which Jake don't have privilege here. You could the more money you make here, the bigger consumer you are. You don't actually gain power, you just gain more ability to buy products from the heathen. Okay, instead of buying a Toyota, I can buy a Ferrari. Instead of buying, Levi's, I could buy, Rob, whatever. Like, that's just Jake, man. Jake is just a bigger consumer the more money he gets. It says the power of rule or government. So it's going to be a government, man. It says the power of him whose will and commands must be submitted to by others and obeyed. That's it, man. We don't have that here, man. You could be the best rapper, the best ball player, the best nigga, whatever you think you're supposed to be in Babylon. You don't have the power to make other people submit to you and obey you in a government, in a well-functioning a cosmos, an orderly arrangement. There's no order here. Even if you have money, you're still out of order. Your woman's still out of order. The heathen are out of order. There's no amount of money you can make in Babylon that's going to give you this kind of power that we're reading about, man. Power over the nations. It says authority over mankind. Jake don't have authority, man. Jake arguing with his woman back and forth. Jake arguing with police. I know my rights. I got my Moorish paperwork. Like, come on. I got paperwork in the kingdom. I got paperwork that says I'm sovereign. No, we're going to have a rod of iron that says we're sovereign. Any heathen that's like, you're not going to get pulled over by the police or your car is too nice. We pulled you over because we thought you might be a drug dealer because you're in such a nice car. That's what you have to deal with if you're the man here. You have to deal with people trying to take you down, man. You got it out.
It says, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I received of my father.
Yeah, we're gonna receive that of Yahawah, bahasham YAHAWASHI. Riches here mainly come from Satan. All right, we just gonna put it plainly. Now, ultimately, it comes from the Lord because the Lord is in control of Satan. But a lot of times, you might get things in this society. It's really a snare. It's a trap to pull you back into the world. You know, in the kingdom, if you get a blessing, it's a blessing. You don't have to second guess it. If you come into money, which obviously we're gonna have all the riches, but any blessing that comes upon you in the kingdom, you're not gonna have to second guess. Okay, I have to be careful about this because it could take me out of the truth. You know, you meet a woman, you got to wonder what her intentions are. She might be wicked. No, every Israelite's going to be righteous. So every woman you get is going to be righteous. You're not going to have to work. There's not going to be gold diggers in the kingdom of heaven. All the women are going to be in order. So being a man here is just really a snare and a trap. And it's like they say, a blessing in disguise. Well, it's the exact opposite. It's a curse in disguise. Being a man in Babylon is a curse in disguise, man. You want to be the man in the kingdom of heaven, which involves you putting off this world. You got it out.
All right, Con, you want me to get something else for you? I was looking for something real quick.
You can get one of yours. It's all good.
I was looking for it. I can't.
Okay. You can get Luke 6.
All right, Con, Luke 6
and 20.
I'm fine.
Let me get this.
This Luke 6.
Hold up a second. This Brother Kabar, Shalawam out. The Sirach 10 and 20. It says, among brethren, he that is chief is honorable. So are they that fear the Lord in his eyes. Right. And this is, again, dealing with righteousness, man. In the kingdom, the brethren that are going to be the most honorable are going to be the men that taught the commandments here in Babylon the Great. Now, on this side, the more righteous you are, the scripture says, when you depart from evil, you make yourself a prey. In the kingdom, the most righteous men are going to be the most famous men. They're going to be the most powerful men. They're going to be the richest men. And here's the exact opposite. Yahawashi said, what? I know your trials and tribulation. I know your poverty, but thou art rich. All right. The richest men in Babylon the Great in the spirit are some of the poorest. But in the kingdom, it's going to be exact opposite, man. As the brother read earlier, the last shall be first and the first shall be last. You got it out.
It says, Luke 6 and 20, and he lifted up his eyes on his disciples and said, blessed be ye poor, for yours is in the kingdom of our power. Yahweh.
God, yeah, that's right on time, man. Blessed be the poor. All right, right now the poor is talking about Israel, okay? There's poor Edomites, there's poor Moabites. This is talking about Israelites. Keep going.
Blessed are ye that hunger now, for ye shall be filled. Blessed are ye that weep now, for ye shall laugh.
Right. The men that aren't the man right now are going to be the man in the kingdom. The men that don't have it now are going to have it in the kingdom. This is what they call like when you juxtapose something, when you put one against another. Mm-hmm. Right now, you got to put off the old man. You got to put off the ways of this world. You got to put off this idea in your mind that, you know, you're just the coolest nigga ever. You're the coolest nigga ever. You're the flyest. You're this, you're that. Jake just has this complex that he's that nigga, man. But that's, if you're holding on to that, if you're trying to keep your status, okay, in Babylon, you're going to lose it in the kingdom. You got it. Going down to
oh, my bad.
25.
It says, blessed are ye that weep now, for ye shall laugh. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the sons of man's sake.
Yeah, exactly. Now, how are you going to be the man in Babylon if everyone hates you, if everyone casts you aside, if everyone tells you, oh, don't listen to those guys over there. They're pedophiles. They're you know, just the worst. They're the worst Israelite camp. You know, just evil is spoken among us because we're actually preaching the truth of the Bible. We're actually coming in the stead of Yahawashi, which means what? You can't be the man here. You would have to be a complete, like a secret disciple of GMS if you're all the way in the world. If you're somebody, if you're well known, you would have to be a secret. You can't come out and say openly, you know what? I agree, Apostle Tahar. You know, I believe he's a man of the Lord. Those men at Great Millstone, they have the true understanding of the Heavenly Father and his son. And then you go to work the next day, you plan for the Clippers, you plan for Golden State. Like, no, they were like, what you mean? Like, wait, say that again. Like, you can't just be, you can't be the man here and speak up for the true righteousness of the scriptures. You got to pick one. Yeah, keep going.
It says, rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy. For behold, your reward is great in heaven, for in like manner did their fathers unto the prophets.
Right, our reward is great in heaven, not here. Keep going.
But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation.
Right, if you're the man here, you receive your consolation, man. Most High is not going to make you the man here and then make you the man in the kingdom. Like, you a top guy in Babylon the Great, but you also one of the 12 disciples. Like, that's no. If you're the man here, you got to think, okay, man, I'm the man in a society where two men can get married, so-called. I'm the man in a society that's completely run by feminism and simps. So people love me here. Like, you listen, if everyone loves you in Babylon, you wicked as hell, man. That's just bottom line. There's no way around that. Keep going.
It says, woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep.
Yeah, going back to Isaiah, man. The scriptures say the Lord's servants are going to eat in that day. While you people are starving to death, while you're eating your own flesh, while you're boiling your children, the prophet's going to have an abundance of food in that day. Why? Because we put off the ways of this world. We're serving the Lord right now. We're storing up treasures in heaven, and we know that that's going to cash in. There's going to be a huge return on our investment that comes from not desiring to be the man now, but wanting to be the man in the kingdom. And again, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be the man. If you're an Israelite, you have that spirit of wanting to dominate. You have that spirit of opulence, abundance. You want a lot of jewelry. You want you want nice things. That's what Jake wants ultimately. But it's about knowing when is the right time and place. Going back to Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter, there's a time and a place for everything. Now's not the time for Jake to win. We're witnessing the fall of our enemies. We rejoice at that because we know we got next. It's not about having now. It's about having next. You got it up.
That's right. You want me to keep going?
You that's good on that.
Con, this Proverbs 20:17. Bread of deceit is sweet to a man, but afterwards his mouth shall be filled with gravel.
Yeah, that's heavy, man. Your mouth filled with gravel. That's not a good feeling, man. But deceit, when you hear smooth things in this world, when you hear people like telling you, oh, just come here, just sign this record deal, everything's gonna be cool. And you thinking in your mind, well, look, if I sign this record deal, I could have all these women, I could have all this fame, I can be the man. But you're the man in a corrupt kingdom. You're the man in a broken society. You're the man in a fallen state. That's not a good thing. It seems like it. The scripture says there's a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end of there is the ways of death, man.
Yeah.
You got it?
Again, there's an inheritance that may be gotten hastily at the beginning, man. All right, but the end thereof shall not be blessed. You see? So again, that bread that's sweet, meaning what? The things that you receive over here, why chew that if it's gonna end up as gravel, man? Meaning what? It's gonna backfire on you, man. All right. Gifts, man. Gifts. Okay. Gifts is not the end all be all. When the Lord said, I'm gonna shower you with gifts. Matter of fact, can you get that? He said, I'll pull you out a gift from heaven that you won't have room enough to receive or something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
Get it real quick.
This while you look for it, you got it.
I have one real quick. Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
Nope. Yeah, that's what gifts do. Really, that blind your sight. A lot of men over here want America to keep going because they think they self to be what in a good case. That's it. All right. Like Elder YAHAWAH said, this was some chicken. Nigga get a little head in the pot, right? Jacob jump in his little car and he got a house. And the garage go up when he pull up to the garage, man. Like, come on, Jake. All right, that's low-level thinking. All right. Which the elder did a beautiful video on that. Elder YAHAWAH did a video on that this truth is not for low-level thinking. In America, cause you to have a low level of thinking. It's a vibration to this place that makes you think really low, man. All right. Your oppressor have did that to you. All right. Because he have pressed down the mind that muses upon many things, meaning we have put their mind in a box. All right. Chains, cars, and hoes, and drugs. All right. If Jay can get his hand on all 4 of those, he definitely don't want the kingdom of heaven. If Jay can get his hand on 3 of those, he don't want the kingdom of heaven. Jay can get his hand on 2 of those, he not worried about the kingdom of heaven. Because why? His lust is here. All right. Many men have allowed they haven't been satisfied with their lust, man. All right. They don't know how to tame it. It's overbearing them, man. The flesh have weighed on Jay. Okay. But this is you got something?
Oh, the gift you talking about in James, every perfect gift from above?
Nah, I got it. It's a blessing. The Lord said He'll pour us out a blessing we can't receive.
Are you talking about in Isaiah where it says
from the window of heaven?
Okay.
Yeah, this Malachi 3:10. It says, bring all ye the tithes into the storehouse, that ye may be meat in my house, and prove me now herewith, say Yahawah of hosts, if I would not open you the windows of heaven and pull you out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive. Now, if that blessing is coming from heaven, and he said it wouldn't be room enough for you to receive, then the kingdom of heaven, don't you think the Lord gonna be pouring them blessings out on us? He said it's there. He said, I can do it. Get the scripture where it says all things is possible with the Most High. It's not possible with men. Because again, Jake, your riches got to be given to you by men on this side. You got to think about it. Every check that get cut for Floyd Mayweather comes from who? A Jew, white man. All right. If they decide to stop cutting them checks and buying out those arenas in Las Vegas and shit, he can't do nothing with that money, all right?
At any given moment, Esau can say, "Hey, you forgot to pay your taxes in 2009."
That's it.
Like, that's all they got to say. They can just make something up and just lock him up.
And lock him up if he don't want to pay it.
You could have all the receipts, all the paperwork. Well, I paid this, I paid that. Yeah, you forgot about this though.
You forgot about this. What's that? Like that ain't. And then when you go to the court, they own the judges. So is it again, man? You you can't want the things that's gonna fade away, man. All right, you gotta reach the things that's everlasting, man. Your treasures gotta be in heaven. All right, and it's that simple. But another thing, Jay hate waiting. Jay can't wait for nothing. We can't wait. Let's just be free. We got the word of the Lord, but we gonna wait because the Lord gonna make us wait. But technically, let's be real, we ain't trying to wait. Yeah. We got no, we don't have no choice.
Yeah,
all right.
That's why. That's why the scriptures talk about patience, which that word means suffering.
And patience, the Lord know that. See, the Lord know they can't wait, but to see that they waited, was the Lord gonna make it according to His will anyways. He gonna reward us, man. All right. But the Lord can open the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing that there shall not be room enough to receive it, man. That's what we got when we get in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right, it's there. We know it's there. It's written down. The Lord ain't bullshit. You think the Lord was playing on him right here when he said that? The Lord just threw that out there. He was just talking about bringing tithes in the storehouse. Just like, is anything too hard for the Most High? You got it, huh?
I got that. This is Matthew 19:26. But YAHAWASHI beheld them and said unto him, with men, this is impossible, but with the Most High, all things are possible.
All things are possible. So the Lord could give us a blessing that we won't have room enough to receive. And He's going to do it. He's going to do it. All right. We're going to have to, I believe we're going to have to ask the Lord in the kingdom of heaven. Look, don't give us that. We're going to have to read. We're going to have to get the blessing. Come on. That's how the Lord go, That's my thing. And hey, and I think I speak as a man. Because Jacob said, "Oh, you heard that nigga go on? That nigga said he We gonna tell the Lord we don't want no more blessings. Come on, man. Come on, bro. You know, that's a figure of speech, right? I speak as a man. Well, just saying that's the way the Lord gonna be blessing his men. Go ahead, you got it.
The scriptures actually say we're gonna be overtaken with blessings. So,
bro, the nations, it said the nations gonna call y'all blessed.
Yeah.
Quit playing. Cause what we doing here? In order for the heathens that we once ruled over, all right, to be under us and we beating them in the head, they call us blessed. Like, come on. Come on, bro.
God.
You know, you got it, Dwight. Oh, this is Sirach 20:9. There's a sinner that had good success in evil things, and there's a gain that turned it to loss. There's a gift that shall not profit thee, and there's a gift whose recompense is double. All right. There is an abasement because of glory, and there's that lifted up his head from a low estate. There's that buy much for a little, and it repairs sevenfold. So at the end of the day, the thing that we done invested in over here and went bought and got, all right, which is this truth, it's gonna repay sevenfold, all right, hundredfold, sevenfold. With sevenfold is a complete amount of money, all right, is a complete amount of things added unto you, because it didn't specify money. Because in the kingdom of heaven, it's gonna be things greater than money. You see? Sure. Think about that. Let that resonate. Because JK think past that right here. Jay think the greatest thing is money. All right, because what? Money can get all things, right? But in the kingdom of heaven, when all things is added to you, how then can you say, okay, money is great? All right, you got it.
Money is great to us because we don't have any. But to the people that print money, to the people that own the Federal Reserve, money is nothing to them. They could write a check for $100 million and not think about it. If you could write a check for $100 million, you're not thinking about money. How can I get more money? You just
you ain't thinking about that.
Yeah, in the kingdom,
your money thanks for your money. You got it.
Yeah, in the kingdom, we're gonna have all the gold. We're gonna have slaves. You want something done, you just snap your finger and just point, and it's done. So we're not gonna be thinking like, man, I need to get a side hustle. I need to get a second job. I need to work overtime. Job. Yeah, I need to work overtime. Like that's not. You get that, Jake? He asked the brother in Mississippi, how are we gonna get jobs in the kingdom? If the white man is slavery, how are we gonna get jobs? Like Jake just on a super low level, man.
Yeah. Jake thoughts are minuscule over here, bro. God. You got it.
You can read verse 9 again, Bible Kushar?
Yeah, there's a sinner that had good success in evil things, and there's a gain that turned it to loss.
Right. If you're the man here, your gain is going to turn to loss. We coming in a time where the economy is about to collapse, and you're obsessed with making as much money as possible. You bugged out, man. You're going to lose. Yeah. You're going to lose in the worst way. The Lord is dealing with the men that are willing to sacrifice and suffer and patience. Let me get this off the comment board. This, again, Brother Kabar says, Romans chapter 2, verse 7, to them who by patient continuance in well-doing seek for glory and honor and immortality, eternal life. And that's what we seek for. We seek for glory and honor and eternal life. We don't seek to be the man in Babylon, to be that nigga in the black community, to be the top teacher in Israel getting awards from Sonetta, trying to be just a scoffer, with an award-winning scoffer. We don't seek that, man. Yeah, that's vainglory. That goes back to, Jake trying to kill an elephant in the middle of a battlefield to make a name for himself. The elephant collapsed on top of you. That's madness.
Yeah, that's madness.
This is the brother Virgin Island Straight Gate. It's 1 Corinthians 2:9. But as it is written, I have not seen nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which Yahawah have prepared for them that love him. And he's quoting Isaiah. When we read in Isaiah, it says, prepare for them that wait for him. All right. You have to wait for Yahawah bahasham YAHAWASHI, which waiting goes into suffering. It goes into serving. All right. A waiter doesn't just sit around in a restaurant, smoking weed. A waiter actually serves people. You got to take the order. You got to get the order right. That's what we're doing in this truth. We're spiritual waiters. And this is Brother Kayal. This is Sirach 11:21. Marvel not at the works of sinners, but trust in Yahawah and abide in thy labor. For it is an easy thing in the sight of Yahawah bahasham YAHAWASHI on the sudden to make a poor man rich. And that's exactly what's going to happen to the men of the Lord. Brother's gonna go from being poor to not having nothing to just ruling the earth, man. That's a you had that movie Trading Places with Dan Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy. They swap places, and it was a hilarious movie. But in the kingdom, man, Jacob and Esau are literally going to trade places, man. Esau is the end of the world, but Jacob is the beginning, but that follow it. We're literally going to trade places. The tail is going to become the head, and the head is going to become the tail. So why would you want to be the man in a world where your enemy is ruling? That makes you a coon, really. That really makes you like Satan's little butler. Like you're the devil's number two. Just like Eve. You don't want to be like the top. What's that scripture that says? Let me get it real quick. You got it out.
This 1 Samuel 2:8. He raised up the poor out of the dust and lifted up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are Yahawah's, and he has set the world upon them.
God. And that's the Most High. He's the one who makes poor. He's the one who makes rich. He's the one who kills. He's the one who makes alive, man. But this is real quick. This Sirach 29 and 22. Better is the life of a poor man in a mean cottage than delicate fare in another man's house. And right now we're in Esau's house. This is his house. So it's better to live the life of a poor man in a mean cottage, which means average. All right. It's better to just live an average life, to get this truth, to worry about your daily bread, to focus on being the man in the kingdom, than to be delicate in another man's house. You don't want to be the devil's butler. You don't want to be the so-called white man's token Negro. He bring you out, pat you on the head. I got black friends. Look at Jamal. You pat him on the head, and the nigga's just sitting there like, yeah, I'm one of the good ones. I'm not like these niggas over here. I'm a good Negro. You don't want to be a good Negro in Esau's kingdom, man. You want to rule over him with a rod of iron and go upside his head. That's what you should desire. Like, this man's your enemy. Why would you want to be beholden to your enemy? You basically, you need him to tell you how to do X, Y, and Z. You want to raise, you got to go to him. You want a woman, you got to have him marry you, sign a license with a state. Like, that's all madness, man. You should want, in your mind, you should be thinking in the back of your mind, like, man, I can't wait to, that's the spirit you should be in, man. You should be in the spirit of wanting to be the man in another man's house. That's off. You should want your own house. Jake, as a man, you should want to have your own dominion, your own slaves, your own women. You should want to have your own. Like, what? Why you want to be crazy?
We gotta get all this smoke right here.
Yeah.
It says, be it a little or much, hold thee contented, that thou hear not the reproach of thy house. For it is a miserable life to go from house to house. And think about it. When you're in this world, all right, Jake, you can potentially, even if you got house to house, all right, palace to palace, it's a miserable thing because you're still in another man's house, man. All right, you ain't escape and eat. All right, you could go live on, all right, in North Dakota, up north, out the country. You're not escaping eat, all right. It says, for where thou art a stranger, thou dares not open thy mouth. And you're a stranger here in this man's house, man. All right. It don't matter if you go to a neighbor house, whoever, you're still a stranger. You can't open your mouth. It's places where you gotta go if you got money and you gotta sit there quiet, man. All right. Like, you can't interrupt. You gotta have decorum, like whatever. Like, when you rich and nobody can tell you now, you can say whatever you want when you're ready, man. All right. You can't do that. All right, you going to these certain meetings, and we know that nigga sold out. All right, yeah, really, Floyd, you sold out, partner. All right, you don't get that high and eat kingdom and year sell out.
Yeah, Jay-Z.
Who you think you fooling, man?
Yeah.
What you gonna say? Oh, he did it the right way. Y'all believe that? What? Stop it, man. It says, it say, thou shalt entertain and feast and have no thanks. Moreover, thou shalt hear bitter words. You got it.
That's Jake, man. You an entertainer in Esau's kingdom, which the word entertain means to distract. You a top nigga in Babylon the Great. That means Esau can use you to manipulate your people and distract them from the truth. So basically, the bigger you are in Babylon, the more of a coon, the more of a traitor you are. When you look at was it Moses? He was high up in Pharaoh's kingdom. He was like, man, fuck this. I'd rather suffer with my people. And, our people turned around and murmured against him, of course. But in the kingdom, man, Moses is going to be super high in his own kingdom. He's not going to have to worry about Pharaoh. He's not going to, He's not going to answer to anybody. None of us are. That's where you want to be the man. This is Virgin Island Straight Gate, Isaiah 65:24. And it shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer. And while they are yet speaking, I will hear. So before you even ask the Lord, he's already going to give it to you in the kingdom. You might have an idea of something, you pray for it, you already got it. Like the Lord already, he put the thought in your mind. So whatever you want is going to come to you in the kingdom. You're going to be the man without having to worry about looking over your shoulder. You're not going to have to save up. Yeah, I just want a really nice car. You just need to save up a little bit more, get a side hustle. That's not going to exist in the kingdom, man. Before you even ask for it, the Most High is going to deliver it. Psalms 31:19. Oh, how great is thy goodness, which thou hast laid up for them that fear thee, which thou hast wrought for them that trust in thee before the sons of men. Right? It's all about trusting in the Lord now, man. In the kingdom, you're not going to have faith. Faith is the substance of things not seen. In the kingdom, we're going to see it. Faith is about right now. Now is the time to show your faith by your works. Okay, in the kingdom, you can't say, well, yeah, I believe in Yahawah, bahasham, YAHAWASHI. Oh, obviously, everyone, the heathen are going to believe in the kingdom, man. They're not going to have a choice. Everybody's going to fear the Lord then. It's about fearing him now, which, again, involves you putting off this world and being the man in the kingdom.
Yeah, come on. Everything on this side is grievous, man.
Yeah.
Even if you rich, Jake uncomfortable. Look at Will Smith. We not Will Smith, baby. That man through, man.
He's super. Right. He went from here to here. I picture Will Smith 20 years ago. Like you walk up.
I know. I would have never saw his state right here, man.
Yeah.
But again, you go from what? You go from dark to darker, man. To darkest.
And Will Smith was the man. Speaking of being the man here, he's 20 million a movie. Just everybody love you. The heathen love you. Jake love you. You just the man. Look what this society did to Will Smith, man. But he's the man here. That's not gonna happen in the kingdom, man. Your wife's not gonna want an open relationship in the kingdom of heaven.
Hey, as long as you hear. What's the name of it?
Entanglement.
Like what the. They use a fancy word, but long as you hear my man, you're gonna decline. Your body gonna break down. All right, you can't. It says better is a strong constitution than a man of a rich man. Than that better in his body or whatever. But ultimately, everything is a subtraction there. All right. Everything is a subtraction by addition. Even if you add, all right, you're subtracting something. You're losing a family member. All right, somebody getting sacrificed. You're drinking blood. You see? So anything gotten over here is going to be gotten by ill gain, man. All right, it's an ill gain. And anything that's ill gained, all right, obviously it's going to what? It's going to blow back up on you, man. All right, everything you get is contract and signed. Trust me, them niggas who got all that money, they constantly doing this here. They signing shit. Sign. Believe that. All right. Nonetheless, you see, it's an ill game, man. All right. And ill game has pierced men through with many sorrows, man. All right. For that root. All right. There's a root that's unprofitable to you, and that's the root of evil. And in this world is built on evil. So how you gonna go around it? All right, if you begin to prosper in a place that's built off evil, how else is we supposed to look at you? There's no other way to prosper unless seeing you got busy or killing yourself. If you go play football, entertainment, basket, you killing yourself. You killing your body. You're killing the constitution. Everything come by sacrifice. There's riches in heaven, all right, that we're not going to have to hurt ourselves to get. We're going to just get it because we was obedient, man. All right, you got it, bro.
Yeah, just to back you up, this is Ecclesiastes 30:14. Better is the poor being sound and strong of constitution than a rich man that is afflicted in his body. And that's the majority of athletes, man. They look amazing on the field. You see them, in the highlight. ESPN will chop up a clip and just make this person look like a superhero. Meanwhile, they go home, they crying, their body's in constant pain. They're addicted to painkillers. Then they get hooked on all sorts of drugs. And then Esau takes away their health insurance. Like, thanks for the memories, nigga. Thanks for the highlight clips. Oh, by the way, your contract doesn't include this fracture, this type of bone fracture. Like Jake's slamming into each other. Jake 220 pounds, all muscle, just slamming into each other over and over, just getting concussion after concussion
for 3 hours.
Yeah, and then Esau's like, look, your health insurance don't cover that. Like, what you mean?
Yeah, then they talk about how much they suffer from not CTE, but talking and depression and all this, you know,
PTSD, all kind of
shit.
Bro,
how you got $200 million and you depressed? Like, why? Bro, it's not gonna be one day of depression in the kingdom of heaven.
Not one.
1 minute, 1 hour, nothing. It's nothing. All right. A sound constitution. All right. Agreeing with the elements. We're gonna have control over the elements, Jake. What are you talking about? You want a yacht, a $600 million yacht? We're gonna have control over the elements. We're gonna be able to manipulate the elements. Again, you got it out. Yeah. Jake, this true now for low-level thinkers, bro.
Jake thinking like this, man. If I get that record deal, I can get all the hoes. You shouldn't even want hoes. You want wives and concubines, man. Verse 15, it says, health and good estate of body are above all gold, and a strong body above infinite wealth. You can't tell Jake that, man. Jake ready to join the military, get PTSD, serve Esau at all. Me, just to get, man, if I join the military, I can get these benefits. I can get the VA.
I sign on, I get 20,000. Here, the money ain't worth nothing. It's worth a negative nothing. Yeah. What are we talking about?
You risking your life and your health for paper that this man prints out of nothing. Like, look, I'm gonna just make this out of thin air, and you're gonna exchange your life for it. That's crazy, man.
Do all kind of vile acts, all right? Sellouts. Every goddamn thing, man. Jake should be ashamed of himself at this point, bro.
And he will be in the kingdom.
No integrity. All right, Jake done sold his integrity out, man. Horrible, man.
God.
Hey, again, what's better? What's better is money. All right. If the Lord tell you in the kingdom of heaven, I'll give you infinite amount of money. All right. And to prove this, all right, we're going Solomon asked for this one when the Lord asked him what he want. You think Jake, if the Lord gave Jake the option, all right, tell me whatever you want in the kingdom of heaven. You want the law, statutes, and commandments of your inward parts, or you want all the money and the women you can get in the kingdom of heaven? Come on, bro. So the law, statutes, and commandments of the covenant being put inside of us, all right, that's better than money. See, Jay got a low again. Come on, man. What's better than money? The law, statutes, and commandments being put in our inward parts. It's nothing greater than that. Everything comes along with that, all right? There's nothing greater than that.
Yeah. That Jake don't have faith. Jake don't believe that, okay, with righteousness comes everything material, because he lives in this world that's run by Satan. And every movie Satan makes, he makes evil look, okay, if you're evil, you get more money, you get more women. Evil is exalted in this society. So you present Jake with that option, he's going to choose the money and women, because he doesn't understand that when you have righteousness, you got money and women anyway in a righteous kingdom. Jake don't get it, man.
Yeah, certain things just come with it. Come attached with it. Like we throw that in there. When you go buy a Ferrari, you get all the bells and whistles. It ain't no. All right, you got to go add this, add Lamborghini doors and this. That come on the car. We don't do a commercial for this. Nothing. Yeah. All right, we don't push this. It sells itself, baby. Yeah. All right, and that's what the kingdom of heaven is sold already. In other words, man. Yeah. All right, it already. The Lord, like, look, I don't even gotta flaunt and talk about it. I just say it's above your imagination, man. And it's my good pleasure to give it to you. And trust me, it's gonna be more than our good pleasure to receive it. He didn't even have to say that. He just says it's my good pleasure to give it to you. Yeah. We ain't gonna have to thank the Lord in the kingdom. He gonna know we thankful, and we still gonna thank him. All right, because you know Jay gonna say, "Yeah, that's going on." And say we ain't gonna thank. Come on, man. All right. The Lord know we gonna be thankful for it, man. Yeah. All right.
He made us.
It's called godly thankfulness, man. You got it out.
Yeah, every second, every day, man. We're just gonna
every day.
even when we're not saying it out loud, our spirit, like right now, our spirit, cries out and groans. In the spirit, man, in the kingdom, our spirit gonna be thanking the Lord, even when we not saying it out loud, man.
Yeah.
That's the type of time we're gonna be on, man.
Yeah.
That's all I have. We get into you got another one?
Nah, that's good. We can't get no more out of this, man. We beat it home for Jake. Again, Jake fate is as much as going on a block said at 5 o'clock and it vanished. It vanished like a vapor in a thin air at 7:30, man. All right, yeah. Jake, in order to receive the kingdom of heaven, man, you gotta be kingdom minded. There's no way to get that if you ain't, you gotta think upon those things. Even the Lord required that, like, man, your conversation gotta be in the heaven, man. All right, like that has to be, all right. Like those who are from above, which YAHAWASHI said it, for I am above, you are from beneath. We are thinking from above. That didn't mean he was from heaven, they from down here. It means that his mindset was in the heavens, man.
Yeah. All
right. And so are ours. All right. And if he the heir of all things, and we gonna be joint heir, stop it. Again. All right. You're gonna be joint heirs of everything. What the? You gotta be willing to sacrifice everything right now here on the dime. All right, like we don't got nothing over here.
Yeah, so really, what are you sacrificing? We're not even alive here.
That's polluting the air when you started. Man, you making your neighbor sick when you start your car, man. You thought about your neighbor sneezing all fucking day. She don't even got a car. She sneezing all fucking day. You start the car running in the morning to warm it up. The fucking fumes. That's neither here nor there. It's just whatever, bro.
Everything's corrupted here. Everything is corrupted here. Transportation, food, women, your own mind, our flesh. Our bodies are defiled, man. Why would you want to be the man here? Jake doesn't understand being the man here involves so much compromise. You got to compromise your integrity, your morals. Some of you Jakes compromising your manhood, your backside, doing all sorts of, something strange for some change. That's not going to exist in the kingdom, Akim. So, with that, we pray you brothers were edified. We're going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, rahach, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and Shalawam to the hopeful elect. Shalawam.
Shalawam.